So another way you could save on medicine is not just growing your own plant. I mean, the further back you can go, the better. But even if you bought it already dehydrated and processed, turning it into a tincture yourself can save a ton of money, right? Think of those ones I just bought.
Yeah.
Because I didn't make them, and they're $40 for it. Yeah. Ouch.
Yeah.
For 4 ounces.
Yeah.
Was it 4 ounces? And so if you think about how much a bottle of vodka costs, which is what they're distilled in, or what they're infused in,
Right.
you can get a lot of vodka for $40. So it would have been really beneficial for me to make those myself. I mean, at some point you don't have all the time for all the things, but the more of those you can do, the easier inflation will be on your budget.
Yep.
So, and that could be, you know, making tinctures or making salves, blending your own tea, buying in bulk, the herbs that you need and use a lot. All of that can save and help you beat that inflation.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
so we have one more, and we've had a couple of questions about this and requests for us sharing how people can have a business like ours. So that kind of...
How does that tie into inflation?
Well, it builds in, because not only are we trying to cut back and make our budget work better for us, but increasing the amount of income will also lessen the blow of inflation.
Right. As prices are going up all around you, you need more money to buy the things that you are accustomed
bigger
to buying.
shovel. Yep. Yeah, because if everything's going up, at some point, a stationary income,
Fixed income.
yeah, fixed, or maybe something that, I was thinking not just stationary, but like when you're at a job and you feel like you can't move. I don't know how to say that. We'll go back. So at some point, your shovel just needs to be bigger. Maybe you're on a fixed income. Maybe your opportunity to move jobs is difficult.
Limited.
Yeah. Although this is an employee's market and there are lots of jobs out there.
Yeah.
So that might just be an option, is to hear that big truck. So that might just be another option, is to look in the area that you already work in and then see if someone's paying more.
Or just ask your boss for a raise.
Yeah, you never know. A good boss would do that, right?
Yep.
We just heard that Dave Ramsey at Ramsey Solutions gave his employees a 14% inflationary raise.
Wow.
So I don't know how common that is, but yeah. But
how does that tie into us and our business?
Right. So starting a side gig or your own business allows you to control how big your shovel is. Right.
Make more money if you need to.
Right, because you're not capped at that income that you get every month or week that's set by your boss. Because now you're your boss.
Yes.
Right, boss?
Yes. Yes. Well, when you work a job, and I've worked a job, I've worked many jobs, you sign on for a certain amount of money, and that doesn't change usually more than once a year unless you take a promotion or something.
Right, and then it's going to be usually small, like 3%.
Yeah.
If you're lucky. I mean, some people don't get any kind of a raise or anything.
And so the advantage to having your own business is if you have a good business, you know that if you work harder, you will make more money.
Right, you can grow the business.
Yeah.
Whereas it's harder to grow your income working for somebody else.
Yeah, because it's fixed by your employer.
Yeah. So, and maybe not work harder, but just smarter. And you know that you have an effect on what that number is.
Yeah, the outcome is directly affected by your activity or your efforts.
Right. So I don't know where we're going with that. Okay. So there's lots of different ways to do that. Just off the top of my head, what are ways you could supply more income or work on your own thing on the side?
Well, for example, I've read that there's quite a large gig economy out there. People doing whatever their skill they have on the side that brings them in extra money. And you don't have to necessarily have a corporation or an LLC or be in a partnership or a sole proprietorship. You could do contract work.
So some examples might be what?
Maybe you're a musician. That's an easy one.
Well, that's the first thing I thought of when you said gig, but I was thinking maybe you had some other things in the background.
No, there's a lot of other...
Mowing lawns? Is that a skill?
Yeah, it takes some skill to mow some lawn.
Some landscaping side business. No, you said gigs, though. I was thinking more crafty.
Right. Well, there's a lot of that, too.
Talent.
Like somebody who might be in the advertising space or in the social media management type space, right?
What about a personal chef?
Personal chef, that might be something. Maybe you do barbecues on the weekend.
Yeah. Hey, there's people that do that. Food truck. We know you love food trucks.
How about photography?
Yep, photography. Yep. Personal assistants, executive assistants.
Yep.
Website design. There's lots of digital stuff that could be done right from home where you wouldn't have to leave. If you're crafty, like sewing or baking bread, those DIY things that people aren't doing, you could do those and then make money off of those. So anything you're doing at home, you could certainly do as a business.
Yeah, any skill you have or hobby you have that you're good at that you could potentially market, those are all ways to increase your income and beat inflation.
Right. And I want to invite all of our listeners and our viewers that if you are into writing blog posts, if you have a social media following that's not following this truck coming. Whether that be on Facebook or Instagram, or if you have a YouTube channel and you have a large following of people, I want to invite you to check out the link down below for our affiliate program.
There's another way to earn income.
And yeah, you get paid to share tea and herbs and all the things that we do. And so if that's something that would fit into your audience's genre, then we would love to have you come and apply after this car leaves.
2 cars.
And I think are probably done there. The whole thing. So we would love to have you apply using that link down below. So, and I also have a free resource for you if you're starting your own business and you're kind of doing a crafty, handmade DIY thing. We have our cottage business branding download that teaches you about branding your product and finding your ideal customers so that you can build that business faster.
Yeah.
Yep. So I think that about covers it for us today. We do want to mention this week when this podcast is out that we are having our Elderberry Sale, which is probably one of our biggest, most popular sales is our elderberries.
Speaking of doing it yourself.
Speaking of doing it yourself medicine.
Yeah.
That was loud. How do you not hear that? I think you need to have one in and one out so you can hear it, because there's a lot of background noise when you're editing because you're not hearing it when we hear it. Okay. So this week is our Elderberry Sale, and it's probably one of our most popular sales. Speaking of the DIY medicine, right?
Yeah, that's a very popular way to handle
elderberries are kind of like chickens. Chickens get people started in homesteading. Elderberries get people started in DIY herbal medicine. Yeah.
Yep, it's a great way to prevent colds and flus and stuff.
We have to take that out. You can't say that.
Oh. Okay.
You can say it supports the immune system. Yeah. You can't prevent, cure, or diagnose.
Okay.
Okay. So elderberries are really great, especially for supporting the immune system. And we also have our Dump and Go Trio on sale, which is what it sounds like. It's a dump the herbs in and you make it and you go and they're ready to use. That's about as simple as it gets when it comes to DIY medicine.
Yeah. They're recipes that are already pre-blended and ready for you to prepare, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll leave the link to that sale down below. If you didn't take show notes. If you didn't take notes during this podcast, don't worry, we did that for you. And I'll have the link down below, or head on over to growcreatesip.com and pick podcast episode number 5. And we will have all of that down there with all the links that we mentioned in this podcast.
Cool.
So that's it, and we'll get... So that'll do it. Come on. So that'll do it for us this week, and we will catch you next time.
All right. See ya.
Bye.